everyone probably knows that I love Kifaru backpacks. That's all I've been running. But last year, I bought their internal frame packs, and over the last few months, I've sold all my external frame packs. So now I'm running completely internal frame packs, and I've got them set up almost identical, side to side. So this is the Minikeg. It is a 22-inch internal frame pack. It does have a center zip all the way down, and you've got a regular chamber slider. You've got like a hydro ladder sleeve. This is kind of more of a day pack. It's got a sleeve on each side. You can set water bottles in, tripods in, spotting scopes, whatever. I do have a Nalgene bottle holder here. This is the camera attachment point. My camera has its Peak Designs capture clip on it. And then on this side, on this one, there's just a regular pocket there. Just a regular belt pocket. On top, this is a Claymore lid. Try to make sure it's high enough for everybody to see. So it's got a front pocket here that's got, just a little bit of room, nothing crazy. And then this opens up and you've actually got some pockets here in the front, which might not be super easy to see, but there is toilet paper, wet wipes, some water purification tablets. Usually there's a lighter in there. It's kind of missing right now. And then you've got a mesh pocket in the back, right here, that zips closed. And in there, I've got hot hands right now. This is just stuff that stays in here. I'm not moving it every time I use that bag. So that bag is a 22-inch frame. I need a 24, so that is a little on the short side. It's not going to bear weight as good. And it doesn't have a meat shelf. But this is what I've decided to go to for day hunts, right? Day hunts, hiking on the mountain, not actually hunting. I actually filled this up with like clothes and stuff, took it with me on a trip. I can use it to hold excess gear, or if my wife needs a pack, if we're going out hunting, this is the right size for her. And so she can run this pack, I can run the other pack. Like I said, 22-inch frame, it's not going to hold a ton of weight. It's just, for me, it's just too short of a frame. The height of that frame is going to change the way that your load lifters attach, or well, not where they attach, but it's going to change the load lifter angle, right? So on me, with a 22-inch frame, they're not high enough to really lift that weight up off of me. So this one is the Kutthroat. It is a very similar bag. It's the same X-Pack material, which is water resistant. Has the sleeves on each side for stuff. I've put a Claymore on the top of this one. This is a Gen 2. Now, this one is not a center zip like the other one. It is a ruck. So, just a big ruck. If you want to look at the specs, you can. I'll put them in the comments if I remember. Has a chamber slider in here. I have just extra buckles and stuff. But it's a big ruck, okay? It doesn't have the center zip, which is something I absolutely love. But this is a 26-inch frame, so it's actually a little big for me, but you can adjust that. The only problem is it is going to stick a little higher on me than I need it to be. But it's more of a multi-day pack. So on the front of this, there is a center zip pocket here. That's a pretty big pocket. You can put a lot of gear in that. I actually was keeping I think my spotting scope and some extra layers in there. And then that pocket actually from the top unzips down and folds open. And there's an even bigger pocket here. Sorry, we put it down a little, but that's an even bigger pocket. And I had my puffy jacket, all sorts of stuff in there. And then on top of this, there's actually a half pocket behind the main pocket, which is kind of hard to see. But there's your ruck, there's your main pocket. There's a little half pocket. It doesn't zip closed or anything. I never did really put stuff in there. I liked the idea of it. You could have gloves, stuff like that. Super quick access, rain jacket. I just never did use it. I didn't hunt with this bag a lot last year. I think I only took it on 2 hunts because I got it near the end of the year. This is a multi-day pack. Yet again, it is an internal frame. You don't have a meat shelf, but I never found myself using a meat shelf. I love these bags. I like the X-Pack material, that water. It's not waterproof, but it's water resistant. It also cleans up easier, in my opinion. Like blood and stuff comes off easier. I bought the Minikeg as a day pack, and I had a 22-inch external frame with a Nomad, and the 22-inch frame, or the internal frame, just was so much more comfortable, even 22-inch frame, you know, internal, external compared. And I had wanted to try this one. I got it, and it just seems to be so much more comfortable. I don't know what it is. They are the same duplex shoulder straps. I did swap on multicam straps because I ordered this with long straps just to try them, and they're way too big for me, so I sold them and bought these instead. But it is an internal frame, right? Like it's still external in the sense that you can see the frame. It's not completely covered, but you can't put anything in between this frame and the bag. You can't swap bags onto this frame. So once you commit to this, you're committed, right? I had an external frame, 24-inch frame, that I wore 7 or 8 different bags on. I mean, I had 2 different Reckonings, some high camps, and I had 3 different frames. I had a 22 and then an old 24 and a new 24. And when I upgraded to the new 24-inch frame, all of my bags still fit my new frame and my old frame. I could put the Nomad that I kept on the 22 on the 24. I mean, it was very versatile, right? And that's what brought me to Kifaru in the beginning, was the versatility of it. But I just found that I had so many different bags and accessories, and 3 frames and multiple bags and multiple pockets and hip belt pockets, and it just was becoming a cluster. I just had a ton of stuff that all kind of did the same stuff, right? So I just decided I was going to go to an internal frame setup and test it, because I like to test stuff, and the comfort of the Minikeg I really enjoyed the comfort of it. They do have a 24-inch internal frame. It's the 357. I just don't like the bag layout of the 357, so that's why I went with the Minikeg, the Cutthroat, even though it's a 26 and I don't need a 26. The comfort of it was great, and I like the bag layout of this more. So, like I said, there are things you're going to give up with that, right? Even though I think this is more comfortable, you are losing some of the versatility, because you can't pull this bag and throw on another bag, and you don't have a meat shelf. Personally, I think I use the meat shelf on all of my other bags that I've had like 2 or 3 times. I rarely use the meat shelf. I would just take my gear out, put them into other pockets, or stash my gear if it was somewhere where I knew I could come back. I had a dry bag I left a bunch of stuff in that I knew I wouldn't need, extra food, some extra layers, stuff like that, and I hung it in a tree, went back for it later. So I have done that before, and then just left stuff in the main bag. I only weigh 155 pounds. I can't pack 150 pounds out, right? Like, once I start adding meat to this bag, I have to ditch gear. It's just something that happens. I have to take multiple trips. I can't carry that much weight. So I will say on this one, I do have the Gen 2 Nalgene holder. It's bigger, it's enclosed a little more. It's a bungee attachment. I'm not a huge fan personally. I kind of prefer the earlier Gen holder. I don't know why, but I don't know. I've kept it. I'm going to keep testing it, see if it grows on me, but right now, if someone wanted to trade me straight across for a Gen 1, I'd do it in a heartbeat. Again, Peak Capture Fuel clip, or Peak Capture Designs capture clip, sorry. Like I said, this, as far as my right side is concerned, this is set up identical on the Minikeg and this one, other than, it's a different generation Nalgene holder, but they're set up the same way. And then on this side, this is actually the mini pocket, which is my favorite. It'll probably get swapped over. If I'm using the Minikeg specifically, I'll probably swap this back over. I love this thing, but I just don't want to buy 2 of them, because if my wife's using that, I'm just going to let her use a full-size pocket. I've got, so it has 2 little like slots up here in the front, kind of hard to see, but this one here has a lighter in it. I keep lighters all over the place. This one actually has like a rain cover. It's for my bino harness, but it fits over my camera when it's attached to the capture clip. So if it's raining, snowing, I'll just pull that and wrap it around the camera. And then just a pocket here. It actually has a sleeve in the back, and then I keep like glass cleaners and stuff in there. But I usually have a little notebook in there, and then just some snacks, whatever. And then this one, because it was hunting with me last, the Half-Face Blades Crow Jr. is still attached right there. I'd move it if I'm taking this one, but yeah, it's still attached there. So anyways,